I'm Hex Blaise.
These ain't regular diamond, these BBs. Name a bitch, I swear that she can't sue me. These ain't regular diamonds, these BBs. I like my tequila, chasing kiwi. These ain't regular diamonds, these ain't regular diamonds, these ain't regular.
I should have though. That would have been hard.
It would.
Let me do it again.
No, it's not gonna be the same.
You're right. What's up, world? Back with another episode of the SmooveView. I'm your host, SmooveQuez, and I'm here with a very special guest. We got Hex Blaise in the building. So, Hex Blaise, I want to talk about your song Obsidian, the most recent thing you've put out.
Can't get close to me because it costs. Real expensive bitch drink vows.
Yeah. These ain't regular diamonds, these BBs. Name a bitch, I swear that she can't sue me. These ain't regular diamonds, these BBs. I like my tequila, chasing kiwi. These ain't regular diamonds, these ain't regular diamonds, these ain't regular diamonds.
I had a really good time being able to deep dive into, you know what I'm saying, mainly your Apple Music catalog, your music, your Instagram. Yes, I was going through everything that you got up on there. It gave me a nice insight of who you are. So your most recent song, like I said, Obsidian, I got these real VVs. I want to know how did that song come about? Like, what inspired you to make that song?
Okay, so Hex is a very aggressive rapper. If you listen to anything that I put out ever, it's very they just not like that though. So whenever I start rapping or whatever, I get in a mode. I get in that one mode. And like I just I just start going. So once I got the first line or whatever, I'm like, all right, cool. Like, so I'm like stepping in this bitch undefeated. Undefeated? Okay, bet. So whole song just just aggressive, like, yeah, bitch. I'm not even talking about nobody. Somebody literally asked me if I was talking about somebody specifically. I'm like, no, I'm just I'm just talking, like, just getting some shit off. That's it.
So, yeah, that's really interesting. It's not my first time hearing that. In my short time doing, saying a SmooveView. Shout out Crib Collective because this is who I actually heard it from. The songwriting itself off of the first line of the verse. It's like writing a book. It's like just allowing it to flow, allowing it to just come through and allowing it to make itself. I guess it's the thesis statement.
Yeah. Just go from there. Like, you come up with a line, it's just like, all right, bet. Now I know where to go with this.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you don't know where to go with it, but it's just like, all right, like, just if you can say anything after that first line, like, it's a wrap. The song is done. If you can't though and you stuck, it's like, do I got writer's block or do I just not fuck with this beat, or it's just like, is it the line? Like, what is it? So, it's a lot of shit that goes into it.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. And speaking on, the music, your catalog that's on Apple, the song Obsidian, of course, Detonate the Nuke, and the Revenge Freestyle, they have the most colorful black and white pictures I've ever seen. And what I mean by the colorfulness is what the song is. Like, if you listen to the song, it adds the color to the black and white. It's like your song is becoming the colorized to the black and white TV. You know what I'm saying? I want to know, where do you come up with these very intriguing, I guess, covers? Yeah, intriguing covers.
Okay, so Revenge Freestyle, that was the first one.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, one of you niggas gotta go. I empty this whole clip if I got to. I ain't no fucking hoe. I feel like Kippin 15, 30 feet tall. Higher than all y'all, better than all y'all. Get the fuck out my face, you little meatball. Bitches big blade, sharper than a switchblade. After me, it's no upgrade.
So I kind of I was playing around with it and shit. So first it was like two angels, like back to back or some shit. But it's the same angel picture. I just took the color out, so it's black and white. And then I ended up pushing this fucking like button or whatever on the app I was using, and that bitch made it turn in a circle. Like, that shit was like, I'm like, oh, I don't know what I did, but like, this don't look that bad. I'm like, all right, okay, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna come back to it. So I went back to it, and then I ended up pushing some other shit or whatever, and it just made how the cover look now or whatever. I'm like, oh no, that's hard. So I'm like, okay, cool. So then I did that at the Nuke.
Coming back with a vengeance. Bitch, don't play with me, you know I keep them extensions. Take your granddaddy pension. Yeah, I'm bloody like that, I'm Big Blaise that I mentioned. I feel a lot of tension. When I walk in the room, I got bitches' attention from another dimension. So don't play with me, I already know your intentions.
And I'm like, all right, I think I kind of want to keep this like black and like this black, like dark, aesthetic or whatever, because that's already like my shit. Like my shit is already like a dark aesthetic, like anyway. So I'm like, all right, this makes so much sense. So Detonate the Nuke is literally just like a nuke, just like going off. So that was easy. It was like, all right, fuck it, whatever. We just gonna make it black and white. And then Obsidian, is literally obsidian stones, and obsidian stones are black. So it just fit. Everything just fit.
Okay. That's amazing. That's amazing. And you know what I'm saying, kind of transitioning, I want to congratulate you on the slot that you have at the Apocalypse Records Fest. I want to know, and I'm pretty sure the people want to know, how did that relationship come about? How did this, which it seems to be come to be a big thing. How did this relationship or partnership, or how did this, this slot, this performance that you're doing in July, how did this come about?
Okay. So my best friend, she had a friend, which is Zell. Zell is the CEO, producer, engineer, all that shit for Apocalypse. But before all of that, I had just started dropping freestyles and shit on Instagram or whatever. Like I was just trying to, you feel me, putting my foot in the water or whatever. Just trying to see, just like playing around with it and shit. And I'm like, oh no, this is hard. Like, like I like doing this or whatever. So literally around that time, it's kind of like when I met Zell through her. So then I'm like, okay, I kind of want to make like a song now, because I'm trying to kind of take this serious a little bit. So I ended up making it with him. So I went over there, he engineered it, and then I ended up dropping a song, but I didn't like the song. After I dropped it, I'm like, no, I don't really like this, whatever. But yeah, so from there, I mean, like, just on the strength of like my best friend, like we just been around each other, like that's my friend too. So from there, like I've just been recording with him. He make my beats, shit like that. So like that's my nigga, or whatever. But not even off the strength of that being my nigga, like he be telling me all the time, like, nah, like this shit hard. Like, nah, like, yeah, like I fuck with this or whatever. And I'm like, all right, cool. So he just asked me one day, like, yeah, like I'm trying to do this festival. Like, if I end up doing this, do you want to be on it? I'm like, yeah, cool, I'll do it. And then like a week later, like he like, yeah, I got the venue. I'm like, damn, like that was quick as fuck. I didn't know you was like, I knew you was serious, but like, all right. So yeah, that's just how that happened.
Okay. And for you people who you didn't catch the underlying relationships, take you a long way. Who you know, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And that'll get you into a lot of doors. I got a couple more questions, maybe 2 or 3 more questions, just to get, let the Hex Blaise fans know more about you. I want to know whether they be people that you know personally or artists or anybody that you have knowledge of, who are 3 people that have given you or are the most inspirational or impactful to the type of music that you create?
Okay, so number 1 is Scarface.
Crazy.
So, and I'm saying Scarface because it's funny. So a couple years ago, I was on my way to Pinecrest to get some Bippy Bop, and I was listening to the radio for whatever reason. I don't usually listen to the radio, but this day I was. So Seen a Man Die came on the radio, and I never heard it before. Like I heard like like the radio music that he made back in the day, but I didn't even know it was him type shit. So I'm like, who is this nigga? Like, that shit hard, whatever. So I Shazam the shit, and I ended up like listening to his whole shit or whatever. And I'm like, no, this shit hard, like, cause he's a storytelling nigga. Like, And I don't usually like when niggas tell stories and rap, but like that should be fire. That should be hard, like, and it's real aggressive, like, and you can like really feel the music type shit. I'm like, yeah, no, I like him. Boom. So him. And then my mom, she's like super supportive of everything I do or try to do, like in my life and shit. She's the one that introduced me to like music in general, like just be around in the house, like just making random like just singing and shit. Cause she used to want to sing, like really like be like a singer and shit, but her parents weren't supportive. So it was kind of like, okay, yeah, like I see what's so, and she would just play music like Lauryn Hill and like Erykah Badu and like just all kind of shit. And I'm like, okay, I fuck with this. So, her, and then my grandfather. So he passed in 2018, but he was like, I don't know, like in my eyes, he was just the nigga. Like he was just like just a cool ass nigga. Like he was like a dresser. Like that nigga did whatever the fuck he wanted to do. Like every day he just woke up and did like was like, all right, y'all want to do this, I'm gonna do it. So I'm like, all right, like I ain't really understand it then, but like now I be doing this shit and it's just like, yeah, like no, like nigga, I'm gonna live my life the way I want to live it type shit. Like, and so I want to rap, so I'm gonna rap. So
That's very impactful when you have people, especially family members, especially parents and grandparents, people who raised you to push you, who believe in you,
yeah.
you know, to be all that you can be, to be the best you, to be the best version of you. It's so freeing. It feels, it's like one of the most amazing things like in the world, just to have that capability and confidence that you can be you.
Yeah, because it's the people closest to you, literally. Like, if the people closest to you are like being negative and shit and not letting you like be an individual or your own person and like try to figure your shit out, like instead of yelling at you and telling you, hey, like stop fucking doing shit, like um those people won't ever think that they're capable of doing anything if you like limit them from doing certain shit. So I wasn't ever limited ever. Whatever I decided to do or wanted to do, I'm like, oh mommy, I want to play soccer. Oh bet. I'm about to go buy your socks. I'm about to buy your shoes. Like you feel me? Like it's always been that. Like so I'm grateful because everybody doesn't have that.
That's hard. That's hard. I'm not gonna say that my parents weren't like that. I'm not gonna say that my grandmother who raised me. And again, condolences about your grandfather. I know it's been a few years, but I lost my grandmother in 2018 as well.
Yeah.
I could kind of have an idea of like somebody who raised you, how that feels to like.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, my mom went somewhere else after that. But yeah, like I said, that's really amazing. And I wouldn't say that my parents weren't like that. It just it's very inspiring to hear and to see other people's parents be like that. Because my mom was more so of like, well, why you want to do it? And I'll be like, because it look cool. It look cool. Like I don't know. I can't give you this. I can't give you this speech on why. Like it's just not something I can do right now. I got a couple more questions for you. I want to know, you know, as we are, as artists in this, artists and entrepreneurs, because our art is our business. We're not millionaires yet. We don't, So what I want to know is, how do you balance work? How do you balance spending time with family and your aspirations in being an artist? How do you give balance and then also being balanced within yourself? You know what I'm saying? I want to know, and I'm pretty sure, again, the people want to know, what is your method for that?
Okay. So I'm gonna start off by saying like I feel like I'm going to always make time for my family. Like I don't care how far this shit go. Like it's always gonna be a thing. It's gonna be hard to balance shit, but I'm always like make the time. And then music, like I really do like want to do music. I'm doing it. It's just I don't know. Like I feel like we're our biggest critics in a sense. So I just whenever I'm in the mood to do it, I do it. But at the end of the day, like I'm still outside of Hex, I'm Deja. So Deja is a regular person. You feel me? She got shit going on, and is sometimes it's hard to balance it. It's hard to balance, like, oh, okay, yeah, I do want to drop this project, or I do want to drop this song. Like, I need to go record this, but it's like, okay, but I got shit on the back end I got to take care of first before I can even think about doing this. Like, so it's been a lot of that. And that's why a lot of shit hasn't like been happening yet. But I'm learning. You feel me? This is all a learning process. It's all kind of new to me. So I'm trying to figure all of this shit out. And make it balanced, because it's gonna have to. It's gonna have to, because it's something I want to do. Like, so yeah.
Okay. Well, as long as you're working for something, especially being a Pisces, being a water sign, especially that, things aren't always astrology this and my sign and my moon but I've done my own like research, my own like just I'm a big people watcher, so I like to watch people's behavior, and then I like average it, and the average of water signs, bro, you guys, like, whatever you guys put your mind to is like it just clicks and it comes on. Like, it's the weirdest. It's like the weirdest superpower. Like, I have a cousin, it's like a Cancer, bro, and he just he said like Kevin Love was gonna come to the cast before Kevin Love came, and he just came, and I was like, and I called him like, yo, bro, like, did you see that? He's like, I told you, and I was like, it's like the weirdest thing. So yeah. It's that magic. It's the magic fish. You guys check that movie out. The magic fish. The Pisces, the magic fish. And my last question for you. It might not be my last question, but I'm gonna just say it is, because I might think of something else to ask you. I'm enjoying the conversation we're having, and I don't mean to take too much of your time. What for 2024? I want to know, what is Deja's plans to the goals you wish to accomplish for 2024, and what is Hex Blaise's goals to accomplish for 2024?
Okay. I feel like Hex Blaise's goals are easier to tell than like Deja's goals. And that's only because like my life is very unpredictable. So I could want something to happen, like, or whatever, and then the next minute, like, I just don't. Like, or I try to do it, and it's just like, no, I kind of don't even want to do this no more. Even though I wanted that to be done in like this time period, I kind of don't even want to do that no more. Like, so I'm just talking about Hex. I'm not gonna say I have 3 things, but I am going to say that I do plan on, having more shows. I do plan on recording more and just like kind of making more time for music itself, because I haven't been. I've been more so, just working on myself. And I feel like everybody needs to do that. Like, every artist. I feel like a lot of artists, like, especially the ones like going super, super, super hard with it and shit, like, they don't give enough time to themselves. And like their entire lives, it's just music. Like, y'all don't really even know yourselves, because especially the ones that have been doing it for so long too. Like, they don't really know themselves, because music has always just been them. So they don't even have their own identity. It's just music. No, I gotta do this. Like, and it's just like, bruh, like, go to a museum or something. Mm-hmm. Like, go like really find the shit that you actually like to do, because like outside of this, you need to be doing. Mm-hmm. Like, you need to, like, it's very fulfilling to actually like follow your dreams, but also be like your own person outside of that too. So yeah, so I just want to put more energy into music this year, honestly.
Okay. And yeah, to speak on that, you need to do like extracurricular activities, like being an artist, because where are you going to draw inspiration from? Just out the blue, you know what I'm saying? So I really feel you saying that, like, when you dive so much into music, if all you feel like all you're doing is music, like, which I'm not going to say is impossible, but it's like, I think that's more of a producer thing, like, to like just go heavy and just boom, 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 boom. But like, but even them, like, it's things that you have to do to even, for your mind to even be working. Like, sometimes I just go for a walk.
Yeah.
And just listen to beats and just walk. Yeah. And you would not understand the things you come up with just walking and listening to music. Because it's like, now you see more things. Now your body's moving. Now you're like, exactly. You're not just sitting in a studio, which is probably dark. Mm-hmm. and you're probably smoking, so now you're high. You're not like really like, if that's all you're going in and doing, all you're gonna do is have high thoughts. Like you're just not gonna like, you know. We want to take these things to the next level. You know, this is not just a pastime. You know. And again, I really appreciate you for, you know, giving this time, you know, taking the time out of your schedule to allow me to come, to come speak to me, you know what I'm saying, to come, you know what I'm saying, take time out of your day. That really is, I really am grateful for that. A lot of gratitude for that. I appreciate you. My goal for this is to bring the world to interesting people here. Bring the world to Cleveland, not Cleveland to the world. I want to bring the world to Cleveland and let them understand, let them know, and let them see what we really got going on. Like, it's hella cool people. Look at her. Look at her hat. Like, you can't tell me that's not the coolest bucket hat you've ever seen. You've never seen anybody outside of here doing it like that, but it's crazy. I have on a yellow jacket. Like, we just cool like that out here. We just cool like that. Is there anything else? Is there anything that you have coming up? Is this a time where we should be looking out for more Hex Blaise music? Do you have other shows that you have yet to post? I know you say you want to do more, but do you have other that you have yet to post other than the Apocalypse show in July? And do you have music that you have ready to release? Because you know, you're pretty dope, and we want to hear that.
I appreciate that. So I don't have any shows yet. And people been getting on my ass because it's like, of course, the more music you put out, the more like shows you're probably gonna get. I don't be putting shit out, and that's something I'm literally working on. And like, there is new music coming out on the way before the show. The show is July 12th. So it'll be more music out before then, and that's all I can really say. Like, I don't, because like I said, it's unpredictable over here. So yeah.
Okay, for sure. Well, we'll all be on the lookout for that. Again, this is SmooveView. I'm SmooveQuez, and I'm here with Hex Blaise, and that's it. The same amount of time. And I knew it wasn't done. I knew it ain't stopped recording.